I mentioned yesterday, and I'm sorry to repeat some of this, but it's important that we read an article on the show a while ago. It was an article by someone who's been in this fight for a long time, who said one of the skills the left, the media, and the tech totalitarians have, sad skills, tragic skills, but skills they've shown us, as they showed to Parler this weekend and to me personally, is they know how to impose real material losses on people. I'm talking about financial losses, in case there's any lack of clarity there. The left has been doing this forever. Organized boycotts, and others to make sure competition is taken from one and put into another. Using the government to use the government processes, and as Tom Fitton from Judicial Watch always says, the left knows to sue. Why? Not because they think they're going to win every lawsuit, because the left understood a long time ago, as Tom says, that the process is the punishment. Yep. A lot of you don't have money, right? I mean, Joe, don't have money like me and Paula do to defend ourselves. So legal fees that would be bankrupting. Yeah, it's war. It's really legal warfare, using process to bankrupt you. So what do people do? They cower in fear because they have to. Some, not all. I'm not talking about, some conservatives have fought back, and some, even without money, have said, "Screw you, take me to court." But there are a lot of them that just fold instantly. The fake rhino class, which incentivizes the left to do what? To do it again. They know how to impose real material losses on their opponents. It's time we turn that strategy around on them. We have lawsuits too. We can use the process. We can't take it anymore, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't a Twisted Sister song, okay? We can't take it anymore. The red line in the sand has been crossed. If we don't push back our ideological opponents, they will have all of you soon deplatformed, unemployed, and begging for mercy. I told you on yesterday's show, which I encourage you to listen to, how they're coming for internet service providers next. You got a blog up, you got a business, your business made a post supporting President Trump. It's a free country. We're allowed to support political candidates. We are. Wait till they find that post and the internet service provider gets pressured to take your website down. It sounds a little dramatic, Dan. A lot of things sounded dramatic until this weekend, where they wiped clean off the face of the earth, up until this point at least, a really prominent competitor to Twitter and Facebook. That seemed crazy too. It's time to impose financial losses on them too. Time to reevaluate all your business arrangements, ladies and gentlemen. Time to do what me and Paula did yesterday and have continued this morning. We've reached out to all of our significant business partners and let them know you either stand for a free country and open dialogue, or you don't. And if you don't, then beat it. There's no amount of money I won't spend to get away from you. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you need to do the same thing. You have payment processors in your business, Square or some of these other companies. Isn't Square owned by Jack Dorsey from Twitter? Oh, really? Interesting. Think you're safe there? Is that Square? Square Dorsey company? It is, right? Payment processors. You have a legal team. Oh, Dan, everybody's entitled to legal protections in the United States. Really? Because that's interesting. Because one of our lawyers, that didn't quite work out. You better check on this stuff. Affiliates you have, channel distributors, better make sure that these people stand for a free and open country. Because if they don't, they'll come for you next. What about your bank? How long is it before conservatives are debanked? Oh, Dan, that won't happen. Really? Ask one of my friends who has a firearms company, who's intimately knowledgeable about Operation Choke Point in the Obama administration. Oh, yeah, you didn't hear about that? Where payday lenders and firearm companies couldn't get access to banks. Oh, what, you missed that story in the left? Weird how that already happened under the Obama-Biden administration. You think we're not going to see more of that? Better check with your bank. I would. We will. Don't be left flat-footed, folks. Secondly, on the action plan here, continued from yesterday, stuff I left out. Folks, the 2022 election's right around the corner. This is no time for wait, Dan. That's a long way. It's not a long way off. It's here right now. We have midterm elections coming up. It's time to get every single Republican member and United States Senator on the record right now, even your local officials too, where they stand in this fight. Where do you stand on Section 230? Where do you stand on our free and open internet? Where do you stand on all of this? Where do you stand on the protection of people's political beliefs, the right to legal protection, the right to speak freely? Where do you stand on tech tyrants' ability to shut down national security and the president can? Where do you stand? If you sense, I am not kidding, if you sense one iota, one shred of wavering, they have to be primaried starting today. You can volunteer your time and you can volunteer your money. Ladies and gentlemen, I ran for office. I don't speak with forked tongue. I put my name on a ballot 3 times. It didn't work out. But I got in that ring. I'm always going to be in that ring. And I need you to get in that ring right now. Either consider running yourself and standing for a free and open United States where people can live free of reprisals for their political beliefs, from fear of reprisal too. And get your congressmen, congresswomen, and senators on the record now. And if you think they're shaky at all or unwilling to take a stand, get that primary campaign ready today. They cannot win. Having said that, as I said yesterday, sadly, because I don't have easy answers for you or convenient or cutesy ones, if they do win, sadly, even though they're horrible, because they're weak-kneed and don't have the cojones they need to put the United States on a path back to freedom, a path we've fallen off a long time ago, they will still be better than the Democrats, who are the absolute cause of all the problems in your life. But having said that, we have a chance to get rid of them now. The primary season is when it happens, and it'll be starting early in 2021. The time is now. Get them on the record. Get them on email. Get them on the phone. Use whatever social media channel you have, whatever email list you have to get their response spread around to your Republican clubs and friends. If they are not on our fight for a free and open America, where you can be a conservative and live and not live in fear, live free from the fear of political reprisal, if they waver on that at all, spread that around and let's get primary candidates up right now. There's no time to wait. Finally, one last one, ladies and gentlemen. I told you yesterday about withholding your financial support from the tech titans. I know all of you can't do everything. I can't. I understand. That's why I gave you a portfolio of options to start tomorrow. Everyone has to do one of these things. Stop posting on Twitter, or stop posting on Facebook, or discontinue buying anything from Amazon. Stop buying Apple products. Everyone can pick one of those things. And our numbers are in the 75 million range. If we can get millions of people to do this, it will impact real and impart real financial losses on these companies. Do the right way. Do the right way. A real free market. Twitter had a rough day yesterday, folks. Their stock at one point was down 12%. I wonder why that is. Why didn't the stock jump? As liberals celebrated how wonderful Twitter is. Oh, they're so great. They're getting rid of all these conservative lunatics. They're so terrific. Really? It's such